Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, can you guys hear me now? Frozen? Let me know if you guys can hear me with the mic. Yep, you hear me. Good, good, good. Okay. Gibby's Treasures. Hello. AthMat 34. Right on. Appreciate it. Just making sure. Well, I haven't set up any background music or anything like that because this isn't really a scheduled broadcast. Like I said, I was just trying to figure out how to use StreamYard. Powered by StreamYard. Hmm. How the heck do I get this banner out of here? Can you on my screen? Do you see a StreamYard banner, or do you just see my stuff, my scene there? Yeah, Silverholic. Isn't that something? That's happened to me a few times on live streams. So, all of a sudden, somebody will type in, we can't hear you. Like, oh my God, how long has that been going on? Yeah, you can see these banners, right? Yeah, I got to get rid of those. Sell you something. What do you want, Joe? Oh, you already told me what you want. You want a button or a bar. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what you're gonna see later. Ooh, serial numbered. This one's number 5. Yep. So these are coming at you. I've been working on these drugs. I know. How do you take that damn banner off? I'd like to know how to take that thing off. Remove from stream. Okay, wait a minute. Exit solo layout. Remove from stream. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Okay. That didn't work. Probably have to get a paid version. There you go. That makes sense. That makes all kinds of sense. PDX, what's up? Who authorizes stream? This really wasn't even supposed to be a stream. I just I just got on to try to figure out how to connect to the to try to chime in on Tomoko Enterprises benefit auction. And then all you guys rolled in. But yeah, I have some bars and some buttons. Hopefully, some interesting stuff for you guys. Oh, thank you, Silver Sacks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, I made that from with last week's pours. I made that for the auction. You guys crack me up. Well, appreciate it, Silver Sacks. Appreciate it very, very much. It's always encouraging to get positive feedback. So I really appreciate that. And if you enjoy that kind of stuff, then see us in about 12 hours, and I'll have some more for you. So Joe's on hurricane watch. Ooh, well, it's already passed by me down here in the Keys, so I'm just getting the residual. Stole one of your ideas? Hmm. Well, they say imitation is the highest form of flattery, right? Yeah, if a hurricane actually does hit us, they'll evac us back up to the mainland. But other than that, we hunker down and stay dry. PDX, did you go back to your old avatar? I thought you changed avatars. That's your old avatar, isn't it? Yeah, you've right. I'm just testing out StreamYard and playing around a little bit. You're not missing anything. No worries. Love to get that banner off, but I guess I have to have a paid version to do that. I do pretty good with Streamlabs. I finally tweaked my computer and tweaked the settings so that it doesn't want to crash on me so much. So yeah, gotcha, Magnum. I'm gonna be hitting the sack too here very shortly. So what's up? What's up, Jonathan? Man, what's up? Just uh, just checking out this Stream Yard because I couldn't connect to the auction benefit when I was trying to, and that frustrated me. So oh, good, Joe. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you in about 12 hours. Yep, yep. I'll still be streaming tomorrow, and everything is good to go and on track. I've got my layout for everything tomorrow. So well, today it's today. You never changed the YouTube avatar. Everything else. Right, right. Okay, okay. So YouTube has stayed, but okay. So because I noticed in the Discord it changed. So okay, I see. I gotcha. You should talk to Salivate Metal. I'm sure he could give you a few tips. I'm sure that he could. Yeah, I may. I mean, if I can't figure it out, I'll holler at Sal and maybe he'll he can help me out. I don't think it's going to be too hard. This is just the first time I've ever fired it up, so I'm just you know going through my learning curve. Yeah, Joe, man, get you some sleep. Yeah, put your head on that pillow and chill out. Thought we had the day off. Well, if you've been following the Tomoko Enterprise benefit auction all day, you're gonna need a day off. Three Nines Fine is here. What's up? Do you guys not ever sleep? What is up? Well, maybe you're on the West Coast. I don't know. I know PDX is out on the West Coast, so it's earlier there. It's not quite midnight like it is here. Yeah. Yep. We can always sleep after we're dead, right? Yeah, I got to a certain age where I said, okay, I'm not working in the hot sun anymore. Okay, so three nines is on the East Coast with me. So yeah, we're on the same timeline. Hey Joe, take care, man. Get you some sleep, get you a good breakfast in the morning, and we'll see you at noon. 871 stranger, what's up? My goodness, I should just do this. I should just do this during the day, just impromptu. Can't believe how many of you guys are up and active this late at night. Yeah, Bon Jovi. One of my ex-wives, he's dated him in high school. There's a story for you. Oh, sharks do sleep. Yeah, they sleep. They just have to sleep in a current or they have to sleep moving. But you can actually catch them asleep. Yeah, Silverholic. I'm a night owl too. But I was trying to stay up and trying to wait for my piece to be auctioned off, and I finally got on there and was like, "All right, guys, have a good one, good night." And they're like, "Wait, wait, wait, hold on. We haven't auctioned off your piece yet. Can you stick around? We'll auction it now." So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that's great, no problem." And they said, "All right, here's a link to StreamYard. So get on with us and talk about your piece." And I'm like, "Sure, sure." And then I couldn't figure it out. Uh, how many X's? Oh my gosh, high voltage. Too many X's. One X is too many X's. No, I've got two X's. Oh, I donated a 3.3 ounce bar to Tomoko Enterprises benefit auction, which is going on right now, as a matter of fact. It's been going on since supper time, and they just had a tremendous outpour of support, and they had a lot of people that donated stuff, and probably over 100 items easily, and so it's taking them hours and hours and hours to get through them all. Three X's are probably best. uh yeah, I was able to get away pretty clean in my marriages, so because I was the one that initiated the separation, not them, so it was on my terms. But yeah, so they auctioned off, and I think I want to say they got a little over 300 bucks for my bar, so I was really pleased, and of course, Dean, you guys probably already know, but Dean had an accident and he had to have his leg amputated, and so he needed a wheelchair, and he had partial insurance, so now he's got a wheelchair, and now this auction is kind of helping him to get a better prosthetic leg, um, so he can move around and be mobile. So I was happy. I was happy to offer up a you know three 3 ounce bar for Dean. I've watched his videos. I've known him for years, and informally, I've known him informally for years, and He is a member of the community. Yeah, Silverholic. I actually watched that. Um, that was crazy. Uh, Him and his son. Yeah, those rounds were going for some hot money. I'm pretty sure that they are. From what I've been listening to all day, everything's selling and everybody is paying, very generous because it's going for, it's going for a good cause and you get a little bit of silver besides. But um, this community, our community is incredible. Um, Very selfless. It's amazing. Uh, how many times I've watched this community reach out to other people to help other people, um, you know, in any in a whole different array of uh, of techniques. Whether it's encouraging words or prayers or replacing silver stolen, or I remember one guy's house burnt down and all of his silver got all melted away or whatever, and people who are sick, who recovering, and we all send in silver to be melted into a bar or something. I mean, there's just I've just over the years I've seen so many generous things in this community. It's just absolutely amazing. What was that? What was Yanker's cause? I don't know if he had a cause. Um, I didn't catch it from the very beginning. Um, but yeah, I've seen a couple of his pours sales auctions, and they do very well. I mean, he's got some good looking pours, and he's popular, and I'm the only one that's not blue here. What does that mean, three nines? What do you mean by that? Blue. I don't see any color. Silverholic says I'm pretty sure it goes to his gold stack. Well, why not? Yeah. Oh, he's not a mod. Three nines. You want to be a mod? I don't. I know how to do it from YouTube. I don't know how to do it from here. Let me see. Let's see. I got the three dots. I can put you in timeout, or I can block you. It's not giving me an option to make you a mod. Hmm. Yeah. I can definitely remind me three nines if you're going to be at the auction, the live chat at noon today, and I'll hook you up. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Yeah, when I finally made the decision to start a pouring bench, I don't do anything quickly. I think everything through. That's just how I am. But uh, when I decided to do it, I was like, okay, how am I going to be unique? I'm not going to be just like everybody else. What is it that I want to create? Button again. There we go. Let's see. I have no clue how to use this. StreamYard. But, yeah, so, I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to give it some, I wanted to give my pieces some originality and from my point of view, I mean, I don't know if you guys like it or you don't like it until I get feedback from you, you know? So I'm like, okay, because when I look at, you know, other folks, and they're selling their, auctioning off their stuff, and two, three, four, five, $600 for 1 or 2 ounce pieces. That's like, wow, you know, that's that's a collector's piece. I mean, that you're supporting the channel, and you're paying a lot for a collection piece. Um, I definitely don't expect that, and I actually really don't want that. Um, I would much rather you guys pick up some pieces from me, um, that you like, that have a design on it that you like, and and you keep it, and if you need to liquidate it, then man, liquidate it. If it comes time to sell it and turn it into gold or turn it into a real estate or whatever, I fully expect you to sell a piece, of mine. We all have our collections. I have my collection of community silver, but I only need one piece, one um, signature piece, just to remind me of that person, that community member. If you're buying multiple pieces, then that's great, but you know when it comes time to sell, don't be married to it. Let it go. A sugar skull would be cool. I don't know. Skulls. I haven't really gotten into skulls. You should make pieces with the queen's face on it. People love that. Yeah, right. Oh gosh. You're killing me, man. Yeah. Tell you what, that Queen Mother's getting up in her years. I don't know how much longer she's still going to be with us. So all those coins are going to be probably collectors. Day of the Dead Skull. Yeah. Jonathan says, need to get more poured. Inhale a total of 4.5 ounces poured. Lizard people never die. You want to see some big vault bars? Wow. Yeah. So you want some 100 ounces? You want some LBMA bars? Is that what you're looking for? You know how much money and how much silver it takes to make an LBMA bar? Woo. Oh my. Oh no, I was okay. So I was the queen mother, not the queen's mother. Maybe I'm using the wrong terminology, but what I meant is the queen mother. I thought that was like uh, a term of endearment towards the queen when you call it the queen mother. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm an American. I'm a dumb Yankee. What do we know about monarchies? Uh, but that's what I was referring to. Yeah, I take a lot of damn silver and a lot of damn money. I mean, even when I was doing my pour, I poured 10 pieces, and I got about 20 ounces total 20 ounces of poured pieces. Um, and it's all reasonably sized. It's all over an ounce, and because I had the little pieces last week, and I don't think they went off very well. because you're not getting the same value, ounce for ounce. I put a lot of extra work into those pieces because they were so tiny and detailed. But this time I've got straight up bars and buttons and simple stuff, and a little bit heavier. The ladies like the big pours. Yes, they do. Um, they like to have a chunk of silver in their hand. They like to, yeah, something they can beat you over the head with or something. Um, oh, okay. I hear you, Silverholic. Okay. Well, hey, I'm learning something. No, I PDX. I didn't have 20-ounce pours. I had 20 ounces of silver that I poured into bars, into 10 separate bars. So I've got a couple of 3 ouncers, some 2 ounce, 4 2 ouncers, two plus, 2.5 ounce, and then I've got 1.5 ounce. So I've got it. I've got more silver on the way. It just didn't arrive. I think it's supposed to arrive tonight by 8 p.m. and it didn't. So, but I did. You remember that bar from Silver Gold Bull? I believe that's what it was. Selling at a spot that came in. So I took that and I cut it up and I used that, and then I had some shot left over. So it turned out to be, 20 ounces worth of pours. Am I keeping track of the loss? What do you mean, keeping track of the loss? 20-ounce pours from how much silver? Keeping track of the loss. That's what I'm curious about. What do you mean, PDX? What do you mean? I don't have any loss. I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe you can clarify. Hmm. Yeah, don't know. I guess there has to be a banner up there of some sort. Okay. Are you sanding and bringing while cleaning up and polishing silver? Are you doing it in a box to sweep up the silvers? Oh. No, I'm not. uh, yeah, I'm just grinding away. When I cut off a sprue or something like that, I try to cut it off as close to the piece as possible. But um, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Sweeping up silver dust. I mean, if a little chunk falls or whatever, um, if it's something that I can pick up, with my fingers, then yeah, I might do that. But yeah, I shave off quite a bit. I mean, the polishing and the shaving and the grinding and removing of the sprues and removing of the flashing and stuff like that. When I'm doing the sand casting, yeah, there's quite a bit there. But no, I don't worry about it. And yeah, I've seen people who who do that. I mean, they'll use a tray or whatever and collect it all up, and I would imagine that it adds up over time. Um, it's just not enough there for me to worry about it. Like I said, no. I mean, if there's something that I can reach down and pick up with my fingers, then yeah, I grab it and have a little jar I toss it in, and it goes into the furnace next time I spark it up. If it was gold, maybe it would be worth it. If I was dealing with the same volume of gold that I am with silver, then I probably wouldn't, um, because it's all just shavings. It's all really nothing I can actually pick up. Um, but of course, yeah. I mean, even gold dust, a gram of gold is worth quite a bit. So, um, okay, I understand your question, PDX. It's actually something I thought about. So it takes 20 ounces to pour 20 ounces of silver. However, um, you need probably 23 to 24 ounces of melted silver in order to pour 21-ounce bars, right? Now I'll still have 4 ounces left over, so I don't lose anything. But and that's one of the reasons why my pours don't come out exactly, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce. Um, because if I'm pouring out of a 3 kilogram crucible, and as I'm pouring it out, the very last part, the very last maybe ounce or two in the bottom of the crucible has got slag in it, and it's got, you know whatever impurities that I haven't stirred out, and or whatever, or and it just it comes out. It doesn't come out smooth. Um, so by having 2 to 3 to 4 extra ounces of silver behind whatever it is I'm trying to pour, I can and you'll see. I've I've videoed quite a bit of my pouring this week, and I'll have it in slow mo and all that cool stuff so you guys can watch it. But um, that way I can just pour it out smooth, pull back the crucible, stop the pour where I want to stop it, and I'm not messing with the bottom of the crucible with all that slag and crap in it. So hopefully that answered your question. Silverholic, yes, absolutely. And that is what you would have to do, is you'd have to use the well, you can you can do it in a crucible, but the ceramic small crucibles, yeah. So you drop exactly an ounce in there, you heat it up, you pour exactly an ounce, and you can do that. Um, but you're going to go through a lot of map gas, or whatever gas you're using for your torches. Um, it's much more time consuming because you got to sit there and you've got to warm it up to a good temperature. Um, I think it's what, 950 degrees Celsius is the melting point of silver. So, and you really need to get it above that, probably 75 degrees, maybe even 100 degrees above its melting point, um, so that you get a nice smooth pour. Because once it starts to solidify, then it's just a nightmare. So you really want to make sure it's getting hot, that it's much hotter, and you get a good pour. But um, but yeah, if you want to do exact pours, that's the way to do it, and that's why I got a two torch system. So I got two map gas torches that I can use to get the silver hot. Um, but if I just put 20 ounces in my crucible, and what I'm trying to do is get good get proficient at my pours. Learning how high up on the molds is exactly 2 ounces or 3 ounces or 4 ounces. Um, and then once I figure that out through trial and error, then I think I'll come pretty damn close to making spot on 1, 2, 3, 4 ounce, 1.5, 2.5, whatever. It just takes time. I'm really new at this, so I'm going through my learning curve. Yeah, it instantly, as a matter of fact, um, when I pull the crucible out and pour, 1 bar and put the crucible back in, it's dropped over 100 degrees. Um, so it's cools very, very, very quickly, and that's why you want to keep your molds really hot. The hotter you keep your molds, the better flow you get into the mold. But yeah, I mean, the silver just solidifies almost instantly. That's another reason why a lot of people will keep a flame actually on the crucible as you're pouring it too. That's another technique. I was trying a little bit of that as well, just to keep it hot coming all the way out. So it's all different techniques. Uh, Plenty of ways to skin the cat. You just got to find the way that's best for you. But I'm gonna be, doing weekly videos on pouring and my techniques and my equipment and all that kind of stuff. Get that stuff out of the way, so I'll have that archived. Um, so then, as I move forward, with videos about whatever special projects I'm doing or I choose to do or whatever, then if somebody says, well, what equipment are you using and why are you using that equipment? Then I'll say, okay, go check out these videos. That's where I explain all that. No, it'll get as hot as you want it to get. So you definitely exceed the melting point. Uh, there is there is an extremely high temperature where it'll break down, but we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is, you know, 100 degrees, 200 degrees above the melting point. Um, you know, what I shoot for is about 100 degrees over. Yeah, so that's correct, Silverholic. 1150 is what the electric forges, what the electric furnaces will max out as. Um, but there are other, obviously there are other types of furnaces that you can go much hotter. That's why these electric furnaces really aren't that good for copper, because the melting point of copper is getting up around 11,000 degrees Celsius, and which is maxing out with these electric furnaces. So if you're interested in doing copper, you probably don't want an electric furnace. You probably want to go ahead and get a gas furnace, maybe a propane or whatever. There's several of them out there. You can check out the YouTube channels. Um, yeah, so the hotter that you get it above the melting point, by the time you pull the crucible out of the furnace, make your pour, it goes in and forms up. Um, it's all timing. It's all a rhythm for me. For me, it's a rhythm. I mean, I do the same motion. When I'm taking the crucible out, it's that same motion. I come in, boom, I pour, finish the pour, boom, put it back in. It's just it's like a rhythm, and so I just As long as I'm on that rhythm, then I know that it's hot enough that when I make my pour, it's going to go smoothly in. That reminds me of the scene in Game of Thrones where they're melting a big cauldron of gold over an open fire and it's boiling. Yeah, the boiling point of gold. Wow. Yeah, that's far beyond the melting point. Um, so hotter is not better when it's pour time. Um, okay, so hotter is better, but only to a reasonable amount. You know, so 100 for me, 100 degrees gives me about 30 seconds. I can remove the crucible, and I have about 30 seconds to play with, maybe 20 seconds. I think 20 seconds is more reasonable. I have about 20 seconds that I can do whatever I want to do with the silver before it's no longer viable. It's not going to flow right, and then it's time to heat it back up again. Hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, but none of the furnace, nothing that I have can make silver get hot enough to break down. I mean, you'd be talking, we'd have to be in a steel factory or something. I don't know. We'd have to be doing some industrial level stuff. Right, it cools really fast. Yes, it does. Um, and if you've got and another little tip or trick, if you want to call it that, um, is is having more silver. So if I have a 3 kilogram and I put 20 ounces of silver in there, and I'm reheating and pouring and reheating and pouring, and I'm pouring out 1, 2, 3 ounces at a time, but I'm pouring it out of a 20-ounce molten crucible. That actually helps to keep it um, really pouring smooth. And as I get smaller and smaller and smaller, when I get down to, like only 5 ounces left or whatever, then it becomes a little tricky because it cools faster. That's true, Silverholic. You cannot melt gold over an open fire. That is absolutely true. Yes. Um, yeah. Well, $1 billion, that's all relative. What are dollars worth, especially back in that day. Game of Thrones, I mean, gold was money back then. I don't think there was fiat. I don't know what that's like, what, the 17th, 16th century. Anyway, it's a great series. Yeah, but you're right. You can't boil gold over an open fire. PDX, even the ambient temperature really, I mean, if it's really cold, obviously it's going to have an effect. But I'm in the Keys, and I'm telling you, I only have 20 seconds from the time, and I heat it at 100 degrees over its melt, and I have about 20 seconds to play with until I can't pour that silver smooth anymore. And, we're talking 90-degree humidity heat down here. So now, if it were 30 below, then yeah, that would even be worse. I mean, that would definitely have an effect. Right, right. Yeah, if it's 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, yeah. So if we're living on the surface of the sun, yeah, we don't have to worry about it cooling off. Stephen Kenyon, what's up, man? We're just chilling out. I don't know why I should have went to bed, but anyway, we're just chilling. You're welcome. You're welcome to hang out. Um, a billion was worth a billion then. Yeah. Um, I don't think they had a concept of $1 billion or a billion whatevers. You know, I don't think they ever needed a billion of anything back then. One gold coin, one $25 gold coin would buy a horse in America in the 1800s. So back then, you know, and that was just a gold coin, right? So uh, I'm sure back then that same gold coin would buy a heck of a lot more. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, the sheer wealth that was in that cauldron would have been just off the charts. But then again, you got civilizations like the Aztecs and the Incas. I mean, they they valued gold and mined it and turned it into everything. I mean, but they had it everywhere. I mean, you know, gold plates, gold bowls, gold artifacts, gold everything. What's up, Stacking Kid? Good to see you, man. Hey, you're up past your bedtime. Does your dad know you're still awake? Ah, yeah, it's a weekend, right? No school. Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. You know the deal. Hell, I'm way past my bedtime. My old ass needs to go to bed too, because I have to get up and be all spry and happy and energetic for my 4 hour live chat with you guys tomorrow. That's true. Well, you got homeschool, right? You should be homeschooled. And even if it's a parent, they still have to teach their kids, so they have school too. So glad all my kids are grown. Oh my. Spaghetti dinner. Ooh, spaghetti's good. In the Philippines, it's a tradition to have spaghetti on your birthday. That is like a birthday meal. So kind of weird, but that's their culture. Ah, yeah. I guess it's how far back you go, PDX. Because nobility and titles came with land ownership, and land ownership is what gave you wealth because then you could tax the land and tax the farmers and tax the people that are on your land, and that's how rich people get rich. I don't think necessarily it was in certain parts of history. Uh, it was about how much gold you had, but it was about how much land you had, or ships that you had, or things that you had that created income or that created value, including gold, though. I mean, definitely that's in there. So they have instead of cake, well, they have cake too, but the meal. So, like in America, right? If we have a birthday party, we have cake and ice cream and open gifts, right, or whatever. But there they sit down to like a like a picnic type thing or whatever, and they'll put out a spread of all kinds of different food, but the main course is spaghetti, and you gotta have spaghetti on your birthday. They still have a cake, but outside of the United States, like sweets are not that big of a deal. We can talk to some of our kin across the pond there, and they'll probably tell you, that everything in America has got like 3 gazillion pounds of sugar in it. I lived in Asia for 10 years, and you go to the grocery store and you grab what you think is like Oreo cookies or something, and you take a bite in it, and it's just like, what is this? It doesn't have any sugar in it at all. I mean, it has a lot actually, but for an American's taste buds, it's like that's not even sweet. That's like a biscuit, And it's like I don't want that shit, And you throw it away. Um, but yeah, I mean, Americans just we over sugar everything in our diet. It's just amazing when I came back to America and I realized um, that I had not been consuming that much sugar for a decade, and and once you get used to not having it, it's not a big deal, but and it's all bad for you anyway, so but anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent. I'm making you hungry. uh let's see. Bad things if you happen if you have midnight. Yeah, that's actually true. If I eat really late at night and go to bed, I don't sleep so good. So, but because I'm a night owl too, I'm always snacking and then regretting it later. Oh my gosh, I've been live for an hour. Why? Why am I sitting here talking to you guys? Oh my god. Well, you guys need to get some rest. I need to get some rest. There's still 58 people watching Tomoko Enterprises benefit auction. Wow. Well, they're making a lot of money. That's really awesome. Really awesome. You were on a keto diet for 6 months when I was diagnosed with diabetes. That was amazing. Much more energy, no mood swings, slept better. Yeah. Well, your body's going to adjust, and it takes time to adjust. When I first, you know, when I first went to Asia, obviously I had to go through my transition period. But once you transition, and then all of a sudden I was eating kimchi, and I was eating, I was eating everything, just the entire straight Asian diet. I was down with it, and I was just, you know, I was drinking ginseng tea and plum wine, and I was just, yeah, man, I was just loving it. Um, and my health was so much better, so much better. You're absolutely accurate when you say things like you had more energy, you didn't have mood swings, and you slept better. Yeah, that's all that sugar and crap that's screwing up your system. So true. The great thing about America is that if you want to bubble up to 600 pounds and die at the age of 40, you can do that. That's what makes our country great. Absolutely. Hey, I mean, if that's the way you want to roll, then that's the way you want to roll. So, same reason we're sitting here listening to you. Now you're gonna make me feel guilty. Like I'm the one keeping you up. Oh, I would have been in bed hours ago, but Silver Torch was just talking and saying stuff, and we had to listen. uh, actually, oh yeah, I don't know. You know, after a while, I didn't miss the sugar. I really didn't. Like right now, I've been back in the States 2 years now, and I'm not crazy about pizza. I'm not crazy about hamburgers or fast food. And I was. I mean, before I went overseas, I was stopping at McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and wherever. But I'm just not interested anymore. I'm just not interested in fast food. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Stop drinking soda. Um, you know, I don't drink soda. Very seldom do I drink soda because that's nasty for you too. I mean, think about it. If you take a can of Coca Cola and pour it on the hood of your car on a hot summer day and come out 6 hours later, the paint will have been eaten off. That the acid in that Coke will have eaten the paint off of your car. The clear coat, the paint, the whole 9 yards. You're putting that into your stomach. Please. I mean, you know, just think what it's doing to the inside of your stomach. Yeah, that's the new way. It's never your own fault. Well, yeah, there's good sugars and bad sugars. You have to have sugar. Um, yes, I'm telling you, take any metal object that's been painted, whatever. Don't use your car, but if you have a something, pour it on there and see what it does. It will eat it up. The heat, along with, um, it just it's caustic. It will eat it all up. What's up, Marshall? Yeah, that's good. Stay away from fast food and sodas if you can. And even beer, hops in the barley in beer. That's why guys. That's why we got the big belly. It's from that beer, from that hops and barley, because it all goes straight on your neighbor's car. Silverholic, no, don't put it on your neighbor's car, man. Holy crap! Because everything that happens on the internet is recorded. And so they'll go back and somebody will say, "Oh, there was a conversation where Silver Torch told Silverholic to put acid on his neighbor's car," and then the FBI will be knocking on both of our doors. Uh, that's all we need. Yeah, I like a nice cold beer, but I guess as long as anything in moderation is okay. I think. What do we got here? You got to remember, there's hydraulic or hydrochloric acid in your stomach, an acid that eats a lot of stuff away. Right, that's true, Stacking Kid. But it still is taxing on your digestive system. It can handle it, but if you are a chronic soda drinker, you'll have some ulcers and some stomach problems and stomach issues and stuff if your body can't keep up with it and keep neutralizing it. But no, you're right. I mean, your body is designed to get in there and process whatever you consume. Right. Someone will mention it on Facebook and will lose your jobs. Draco's Dragon, what's going on? What are you doing up so late, man? What are you guys doing? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Ah, but your teeth. Oh yeah, the enamel on your teeth. Yeah, it'll eat it right off. My one of my kids used to love to cut open a lemon, and he would put a lemon slice or whatever in his mouth. He loved the sour taste. And it didn't take long before all of a sudden his teeth were starting to discolor because of the acid in the citric acid in the lemon was eating the enamel off of his teeth. Now, fortunately, it was his baby teeth, and you know, but wow, yeah. N8 says, "Are we doing a giveaway?" This isn't even an official live stream. I don't know what we're doing, man. You want a giveaway? Um. Oh, hydrochloric, hydrofluoric. Yeah, yeah. We don't need a giveaway. I've got you know what? If you stick around in an 11 hours, I've got planned giveaways, trivia contests, the whole 9 yards. So it high noon today, uh, we'll have an auction and giveaways and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but you know what? No matter how old you are, you can still get that 6 pack back. You know that underneath all of our fat, every one of us has a 6 pack. You just got to shed the fat away. You got to diet the fat away, and once you do, then that 6 pack is just sitting there waiting to be seen. The problem is, it takes a lot of work. I'm not willing to do it. I am not. I don't run anymore. Ever since I retired from the military, I don't do PT anymore. Now I'm not fat. I keep myself in decent shape. My wife is an awesome cook, and she cooks me healthy food. But oh my gosh, dissolving bodies. Oh yeah, we're really gonna have the NSA on our ass now, right? I think all you need is some lye, right? You just get several 50-pound bags of lye and wait a little while, and everything's gone. Oh, oh, a teacher. Much respect for what you do. Since the lockdown, you've done no PT. What does the lockdown have to do with you? You can get out and run the streets and run the woods and do whatever you want to do. There you go, Andrew. See, you're already thinking. You know, when you're given lemons, you find out a way to make lemonade. See, that's being resourceful. I like that. I don't know where you've been. You just chimed in on that one, but that's very cool. Football training started back up a couple weeks ago. Really? So at what level? I mean, are we talking high school, college? Um, it's a good excuse not to do PT. Yeah. Yeah, because even here, like at first, if you were, more than 6 feet away, it was no big deal. But now it's like they want you to wear a mask if you're out anywhere in public. So even if you're by yourself, lemonade contains 50% sugar. You are so right. Yeah, yeah, not a good analogy to make, right? High school. I'm really surprised that the high schools are taking the chance to pull, the teams together and practice. Um, I don't know. Perhaps you're in a state that's low risk. Certain states are. Rommel, hello, welcome from the Philippines. Yeah, I guess it is late enough now that you guys are up, huh? Ah, welcome, welcome. It's starting the 7th for fall sports. Okay. So Draco's, you got a first year, so you got a freshman in high school. Yeah. Oh, those social years. Yeah, all my kids are graduated now. Thank God. I still got two in college, but that's okay. Yeah, but I'm really surprised that they got the football teams out. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah. Talk about, yeah, Texas is a huge football state. I mean, they take it very seriously. Um, yeah, yeah, the public would go ballistic without a football season. Right. Right. Yeah, they'll do it until they have to shut it down, until something happens and then I mean, they opened up the highway here to come into Key West, and within 2 weeks, we had a huge flash of people getting ill, and they're gonna shut it back down again. Oh, baseball, yeah. Football players are armed in Texas. Everybody's armed in Texas. What are you talking about? A matter of fact, I think it doesn't have to be concealed carry. I believe you can have exposed carry in Texas. I believe. I don't quote me. I haven't been there in a while. But it used to be you could have your weapons exposed. You could wear it on your hip, exposed. So if anybody's from Texas or knows, maybe you can chime in and keep us informed. Baseball already started. Oh, okay. Yeah, everything is just being put on hold. You're just doing conditioning and stuff. Okay, open carry. That's right. Okay, I thought so. Um, yeah. My family had some property in a place called Van Vleck, Texas. So tennis. Ooh, tennis is cool. I used to play tennis. Can't do it anymore. When I was younger, now all I do is sit on my ass in front of this microphone and talk to you guys until 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm an idiot. Holy crap! Hey, tell you what, there's some lookers in on those courts. Yes, indeedy. Love to play baseball, but hate to watch it. It's like, oh man, you know, in my family, they're big baseball fans, but I just can't sit through a whole game. I can play a whole game. I can sit in the dugout. I can do that. But to just sit there and watch it on TV, I just can't do it. Or sit in the stadium, can't do it. I can do it for football, hockey, but not baseball. Dracos is a Yankee fan. That means you don't like the Red Sox, right? Astros. I lived for a short while in Houston, right next to the Astrodome. Yeah, yeah. To sit in a stadium and watch a baseball game. That's why you get the hardcore fans that they keep the stats. They'll sit there and they'll have their little books out and they'll be logging all the stats and stuff. It's because the game is so slow. You got to have something to do. Yeah, golf. Now I can sleep watching golf. I can't sleep watching baseball because like all of a sudden you hear that crack and then the crowd will make noise. The TV will make the noise or whatever, and then you'd be like, "Oh, something happened." You wake up, and then it's like, "Oh, fly ball foul." Okay, but now golf, oh yeah, that's a sleeping sport right there. Put on a golf channel and you kick back in your lazy boy, and you're out. I can do that like with the History Channel, the Animal Planet, and the Golf Channel. That's it, man. I'm out like a light. Um, yeah. But at least you can go to the game and a baseball game, and you'll have like bat day. You get a little bat, or bobblehead day. You get a little bobblehead, or maybe it might be baseball day. Like the first 1,000 people get a baseball. At least they give you some free shit. I have not watched a game with an empty stadium yet. I have not done that. I'll bet that is odd. I'll bet it is. You know how much revenue they're losing by not having people in the stands. Oh my gosh. All of that money, not only the tickets, but the vending revenue, parking, whatever they charge, in your particular stadium in your city, they're losing all that revenue. And then all the people that maintain all those jobs, the world is changing, people. It is changing fast, and it's not going to go back, in my opinion, to the way it was. This is the new next chapter. You guys are funny. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's 1:30. All right. I think I'm going to go to bed. So you guys, I will see you in about 10 and a half hours. So you guys have a good evening, a good night, and check back in at high noon Eastern Standard Time for the live chat, and we will continue this conversation. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and good night.